needed to be sure it could incinerate a body. So I contacted a local pizzeria and asked if I could do a test in one of their ovens. Obviously I couldn't use a real cadaver, so I structured a makeshift body out of dough and filled the insides with pork bones and whatever stuff I could to make the anatomy as close to human as possible. Rose Elandrian is a travel agent and the owner of Glendale, California's Travelure by Rose. But in this internet age, she's seen her long-standing business crippled by modern technology.
All of a sudden, internet came and everybody's going directly to the internet.
And because of this, her customers have dwindled to the last holdouts of the information age, the oldest of the old. So I paid Rose a visit with a really good solution. You see, pretty soon Rose's customers will be so old that the only travel they'll be interested in planning is their trip into the ground.
Oh no!
So if Rose were to capitalize on her giant Rolodex of elders by helping them book their funerals, she'd open up a whole new stream of revenue from coffin sales and grave plots. The plan? For Rose to transition her travel agency into a full-service funeral home.
What are you talking?
I mean, even you acknowledge the business is going to die.
Yes.
Travel agents aren't going to be around much longer.
My opinion.
Your
Yes.
opinion.
Yes.
So this is a last-ditch effort to squeeze out as much as you can from your customers before they're gone for good. Rose seemed interested in the prospect of making money from her dying customers. But since neither of us knew how the funeral business actually operated, I booked us an appointment at one of the area's most popular funeral homes. Not wanting to tip off that we were a new competitor looking for trade secrets, I convinced Rose to pose as my dying wife, whose funeral we were looking to plan before she bites the dust. Okay, show me how you're gonna act in there.
What do you want? I mean, like this?
Yeah, that's realistic, kind of
yes.
sick, almost dead. Okay, good.
But I'm a very strong lady.
Yeah, you're strong in real life, but
Yes.
for this, you're pretending to be sick.
Okay.
So we headed into our meeting with funeral director Brianna Gallagher to find out everything we could about their business model. Sadly, my wife, Rose, has come down with Klein's, and she's on her way out, so we're trying to make arrangements for the day.
Sure.
So whatever, options you have and can run through kind of everything you offer, that would be really helpful for us to make our decision.
Absolutely.
With the funeral director buying our story, she walked me through all their products and services, and I was sure to take note of everything. And can I ask who your distributor is for these?
Aurora. We use Aurora caskets.
Aurora?
Yes.
My plan was working to get Rose the information she needed, but I was surprised to learn that the business was trending away from caskets altogether.
Cremation is on the rise right now.
It was clear that if Rose wanted to compete, she'd need to be able to offer cremation to her customers. But when I looked online, I discovered that cremation furnaces were ridiculously expensive, and the only ovens that seemed to be in her price range were ones that cooked pizzas. But before suggesting this to Rose, I needed to be sure it could incinerate a body. So I contacted a local pizzeria and asked if I could do a test in one of their ovens. Obviously I couldn't use a real cadaver, so I structured a makeshift body out of dough and filled the insides with pork bones and whatever stuff I could to make the anatomy as close to human as possible. And once it was done, we wrapped it up and headed over to Burbank Pizzeria to see if their oven would burn it to a crisp.
I was told it was just a calzone you were going to cook. I wasn't sure that this was going to be this big of a deal with clothing and cloth and leather and hair and stuff like that, so.
Okay, but if we take off the clothing, then it's okay?
I think it would be best if you want to cook it.
After a brief negotiation, George allowed me to continue as long as we put him in naked. So once all the clothes were removed, George and I delicately loaded the body into the 650-degree oven. And then, all there was left to do was wait. Are you married?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Are you married?
No. Yeah.
Get me some water.